You speak words?
Kind of spoken word poetry.
Go for it.
Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about life. You know, like we see it every day. What I'm talking about is life amongst the culture of vultures. Enterprising on false advertising. Capitalizing on downsizing. Putting families on the streets with nothing to eat, no shoes on their feet, just to see the numbers on their bank statements rising. But it's no surprise if you recognize the lies that each so-called patriot tries to hide behind eyes blinded by pride. Concealed inside are plans for social genocide, simply to buy their mistress a new ride. We no longer abide by the golden rules once taught in schools, now overlooked to build swimming pools in the homes of those with swollen domes. These wannabe Al Capones who ridicule those who chose to propose rather than treating women like hoes, breaking the nose when they dirty their good clothes. But I suppose this mentality arose from the reality of living in the decaying debris of what used to be the land of the free. And it's scary how we don't prepare the lost generation who will soon run this nation, as if we're slaves on a plantation. Political drug lords stockpiling hordes of artillery under floorboards, removing our daughters' fertility to make them whores, simply so they can afford more than what their fellow chumps got next door. Generica, land of the free. Free to kill, steal, deal, persecute the real, spitting on our families from on top of Capitol Hill. Then they preach misleading speech about how they can each feel our pain. That's a game that they play with their brain so they can see our children to be slain. In petty battles, butchered like cattle in petty battles over the protection of our country's precious name. And they claim it's for the good of the people, but in actuality it's to prevent a sequel to the war that should have made us equal but left us cowards hiding behind a Bolton people in a system out of control. Police officers accept monetary offers, allowing crime bosses to cause chaoses, then disguised in cloaks resembling ghosts, they burn crosses on the lawns of our fellow countrymen, filled with hatred that spawns from stupidity, ignorance, and a contaminated mind void of all pity. The unkind labels branded on the hearts of our babies still in the cradles has turned our land into a virtual Hades, where goodness towards all has been played out like the 80s, full of tragedies that cause a husband and their wife to think twice before adding a new life to this time of parasites, who destroy the structure of our society like termites because they fear variety and seek escape through an existence void of sobriety. In the land of milk and honey, this wasteland of filthy money, where hospitals refuse to see those condemned by poverty and limited currency won't meet insurance needs so doctors watch our children bleed. Now pledge your allegiance to the rag of the United States of Generica, this land of savage greed.